Namaskar, Salam Alaikum, and good morning, dear Excellencies, officials, and delegates to the 8th Indian Ocean Conference. I am honored to invite you all to this conference, which is hosted jointly by the India Foundation and RSIS Singapore. This year's conference is taking place at Muscat in Oman. This conference has already become an important calendar event for the region, for all the countries. We have a number of countries which are present today and which have been attending this conference year after year. And I see a number of excellencies who have attended more than one Indian Ocean conference in the past. I am happy to inform that in this year's conference we have 28 ministers participating from 26 countries and delegates coming from more than 40 countries. In that sense, this happens to be the biggest conference in the series of Indian Ocean conferences. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the historic and most modern country of Oman. Oman is known for its mesmerizing natural beauty. It's a wonderland of captivating landscapes and wildlife, shifting sands of deserts and enchanting mountains, multi-hued waters of the wadis, and the glittering and sparkling waves of the ocean. Welcome to Oman. At the very outset, ladies and gentlemen, it is my humble duty to express my deep gratitude to His Majesty, the Sultan of Oman, Haytham bin Tariq Al Said, for his gracious gesture of inviting us all to this conference here. I am more delighted to highlight that this year happens to be the 75th year of the bilateral relations between India and Oman. I am sure there cannot be a better way to celebrate that strong relationship between the two countries than hosting this conference here. A round of applause for His Majesty, please. We also applaud the Foreign Minister and, of course, a member of the Presidium of the Organizing Committee of the Indian Ocean Conference, His Excellency Syed Badr Hamad Al Busaidi, for all the excellent arrangements that we have been experiencing since yesterday. I must mention my greatest appreciation for His Excellency because he took pains to look into every minute aspect of the arrangements. In fact, he was personally here in this hall overseeing the arrangements yesterday. It shows his commitment as a true host, as a host that Oman is known for, a hospitality that Oman is known for. Excellency, thank you very much for this superb hospitality that you extended, and also, of course, to the excellent team of your foreign ministry. Friends, External Affairs Minister of India, Dr. Jaishankar, is, of course, a household name in the diplomatic world. Under the dynamic leadership of our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, Dr. Jaishankar has taken India's foreign policy to newer heights. He is, of course, a member of the Presidium of the Organizing Committee of this conference, but he has been an integral part of the journey from 2016 onwards. Dr. Jaishankar has his foot always in an aircraft. So he was in Washington, D.C. day before yesterday, at Munich Security Conference yesterday, and is here today amongst us all for this conference. He never misses the Indian Ocean Conference, so we are very grateful to you for all the support that you extend. The Presidium of the Organizing Committee has one more wonderful member, one more senior leader, Foreign Minister of Singapore, Dr. Vivian Balakrishnan. He was our first host in 2016, and he has been there through almost all the conferences. He also never misses the conference. Unfortunately, we miss his presence in person in this conference, but he is already there virtually, listening to the proceedings, following the proceedings, and he will address us virtually from Singapore. Excellency, we welcome you, and also thank you for all the support that you extend. Ladies and gentlemen, Indian Ocean is the third largest ocean in the world. From the Persian Gulf to the Straits of Malacca, this vast expanse of water covers over 74 million square kilometers. But more importantly, the Indian Ocean is today the epicenter of the global power axis. It is here that the economies of scale and the fastest growing new economies exist. The strategic location of the Indian Ocean is transforming it rapidly into becoming the world's largest trade route by volume, connecting major economies from the North Atlantic to Indo-Pacific. Over 60% of the world's container trade and 70% of the energy trade passes through the sea lanes of this region. I'm saying trade because I'm talking in terms of the volumes. The Indian Ocean is a crowded space today, with vessels of all major countries crisscrossing its waters. Important next-generation communication networks proliferate in the region through undersea cables. This region faces challenges like piracy, seaborne terrorism, climate challenges, human and contraband trafficking, illegal and unregulated fishing, arms running, poaching, and humanitarian challenges like rising seawater levels, evacuations, and disaster relief. This conference is aimed at building collaborative frameworks in the region to address these important challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, in the end, I would like to remind to this august audience what Admiral Alfred T. Mahan had said a century ago. Admiral Mahan, who was a very close confidant of Theodore Roosevelt and also a renowned American strategist, wrote about a century ago, and I quote, "Whoever attains maritime supremacy in the Indian Ocean would be a prominent player on the international scene," unquote. Let me also remind to all the august audience here that when Mahan was making that statement, those comments, the Indian Ocean used to be called as the British Lake. Let me take this opportunity to humbly caution all the eminences from the Indian Ocean region assembled here that the supremacy of the Indian Ocean region must remain in the hands of all of us from this region, and we should be the masters of this region of peace. Let me end with a thought. In 1957, the European Economic Community was created with the stated objective of, within quotes, creating a strong economic partnership to foster growth and stability and enhancing European political and economic integration. 35 years later, that became the European Union. Can we substitute Europe with Indian Ocean? And the question that I want to leave before the august audience before I conclude will be, should an Indian Ocean Union take 34 more years to become a reality? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 8th Indian Ocean Conference. Thank you.